Harihi Om. Hearty fraternal greetings and good wishes to all the brothers and the sisters. Kulapati edition of Germany World Teacher Trust presents a reprint relating to the teachings of Kapila, which was earlier published and made available as Sankhya. Sankhya teachings are the foremost teachings on the planet. When the planet was solidified, the first teaching came from the Lord himself, who took birth as Kapila to the patriarch Prajapati called Kardama. It's a very beautiful, interesting story relating to Kardama and Kapila. Kardama was a Prajapati who was born very reluctantly into the scheme of the creation. He did not want. He was one with the Lord, the cosmic person, by virtue of his deeds in the previous creation. Every creation enables certain souls to fulfill and join the Brahman. All those who join the Brahman, they cooperate, they have an option during the creation, either to join the plan and work for the plan, or to stay in eternal association with the divinity without retaining their identity. This is what is called annihilation. They would no more like to be a player in the creation. Very few souls attain that state of at-one-ment with the cosmic essence. Kardama was one such being from the previous creation. Kumaras were also like that. Narada, Archangel Michael was also like that. Kumaras decided to cooperate in creation. So they have become the fourfold vyuhas or avenues for the divinity. The divinity is understood to be the cosmic person. The fourfold aspect of cosmic person was constituted with the four Kumaras. One is the upper part of the head, the other constitutes the lower part of the head, the third constitutes the upper torso, the fourth constitutes the lower torso. And they remain in the four centers of the cosmic person. One in this Sahasrara or the 1,000-petal lotus. The other remains in Ajna. The third remains in the heart. The fourth remains in the superior part of the solar plexus of the cosmic person. That's how they remain with the cosmic person and also remain in creation in a fourfold manner. In creation they exist. The divinity exists in creation from atom to Adam. So therefore, wherever the Lord is, they too are present in a fourfold manner. Even in the atom they are present. As neutron, proton, electron, and the basis of it. Likewise, everything you can see it as the form, the color, the sound, the number. It's a fourfold key. Pythagoras realized this in recent times. In fact, that is the key used for secret doctrine, the fourfold key. The number and its potency, the sound and its vibration, the color, its velocity, and then the form. In fact, form is a precipitate of the three, and the three have their basis in pure existence. That's how Kumaras have decided to be eternally with the Lord, right from cosmos to atom, from cosmic egg to atom. everything is. Everything is filled with the divinity. And in that divinity, the Kumaras exist in a fourfold manner. Even on the planet, they exist. In the solar system, they exist. In the cosmic system, they exist. And beyond the cosmic system and supra-cosmic also they exist. They exist as four aspects of time. All is fourfold, many times we speak of it. They exist as the four Vedas. They exist as the four aspects of the world. The world which is beyond, the world at perception level, the world at conception level, the world at the level of utterance. Para, Pasyanti, Madhyama, Vaikari, like that it is said in the book. When we gave seminar on the Saraswati, this is a word, we spoke elaborately. Thus all is fourfold. Time is fourfold, Vedas are fourfold, cosmic person is fourfold. So this fourfold aspect of creation is pervaded by Kumaras. Thereafter came the Rudras, after the Kumaras. Rudras constituted the vibrations to clear the potential space into a space for creation. After Rudras emerged Prajapatis. Once a field is created, later you can make an entry of the beings into creation. Just like after this place is prepared, we have all come. Without preparation of a place, beings cannot enter. So Rudra do that work, Rudra do that work, and then they take to penance. If required, they are in action. Whenever it is required in creation, Rudras get into action, like that. That's why even in our life, if there are confusions, conflicts, impediments, arrest of situation, nothing is moving, then if you invoke Rudras, they do the job. In the sense, the power of Rudras is the power of vibration that clears any and every hurry. Eventually, Rudra settle as the cosmic will. After that comes the Prajapatis, meaning the ones who tend to bring the creation, the beings into the creation. They are called patriarchs. Rudras are 11 in number, Kumaras are 4 in number. Prajapatis are 10 in number. To support these Prajapatis, another Prajapati was needed, whom the Lord wills. That Prajapati is called Kardama Prajapati. He was the most unwilling Prajapati to get into activity because he has become one with the divine and it was his agreement with the divinity that he shall remain with him and merge in him. But then, like sometimes in the group, we say, your help is very much necessary. You must get back into, you should get into action. With you it can happen better. There is a detail of the story. I am with the book, not with the cosmogenesis. So he agreed and said, Lord, I shall be in the creation and do the creative activity only up to a point. On that basis, yes, I agree. There was a pact, that's how the story is. But mind you that I am an unwilling worker. I am very reluctant to the job that you are interested in. The Lord smiles and says, don't you worry, for this act of labor that you do, I shall be born to you and that shall be the first avatar on the planet. That will be the very first avatar on the planet. That was interesting to Kardama Prajapati. As many of you know and many of you do not know, the planet formation itself is like our own formation. Just it takes to a point, then it develops like a half-cut orange which moves around, like a dish antenna the other way. With the future North Pole, and there is a South Pole, there is a North Pole. If there is no South Pole, there is no North Pole. So like a universal dish antenna, there was the pole and then the dish, half dish, like a half-cut orange, moving around in a different manner because there is no gravity, there is no mass. It was all ethereal. It is during Kardama's time that ethereal globe slowly solidifies. It becomes semi-liquid, semi-matter, like malleable matter, and then a solidified matter. When South Pole is formed, it's complete. At the time, the residence on this planet of Kardama was around California. If you see secret doctrine, you get all these details. Or if you read the story of Dhruva in Bhagavata and can decipher what is said in it, then you get these details. And then he gets into activity, and as the 10th child, after 9 daughters, as 10th child, the Lord is born to him and was named as Kapila. As he was born, Kardama thought his work is over, he should return. But then the lady said, he is just born. Why can't you be here till he gets up to 7 years? Up to 7 years. Since the one who is born is no other than that, he agrees and relates to Kapila. And when the 7th year comes, he requests, can I return now? He asks his son, can I return now? Then the son smiles, he knows the scheme of things. Yes, Father, he can. He can. He informs the lady and takes to penance, leaves the body. But before leaving Devahuti, the lady of Kardama, one of the daughters of the first Manu, she says, you could so easily attain, you are an attained one and you can be at will, have that status of at-one-ment with the Absolute. can't you give this knowledge to me, she asks. Should you not teach this knowledge, I am your lady? Is it not your duty that you also help me in this matter? Kardama smiles and says, the one who is born, he knows much better. He is the one. So don't get into the illusion that he is your son. Seek knowledge, he gives the path. So as the husband leaves, departs and disappears, the mother approaches the son, and the teaching was given by the son to the mother. The son was of 7 years age, and he teaches the mother. That teaching is called Sankhya. The Sankhya philosophy, or the doctrine of Sankhya, which is so very famous in the circles of knowledgeable ones. It is the teaching of Kapila. It is also taught in a fourfold manner. The first part is relating to devotion. The second part relates to knowledge. The third part is yoga. The fifth part is the science of relinquishment. Fourth part. First part is devotion, second part is knowledge, third part is yoga, fourth part is relinquishment. Bhakti, Jnana, Yoga, Vairagya. On this four is based the whole the doctrine of wisdom. Unless you have devotion, you are not fit to really receive the knowledge. Devotion enables you to turn your life as a life of service. And that service unfolds in you the needed receptivity for knowledge. And knowledge as well as yoga are concurrently taught. So the four aspects are taught. In the yoga part, Kapila also teaches how the soul incarnates and how the soul departs. He gives the details and the state of experience of a soul during the prenatal stage in the womb of the mother, how it is, and how it is after he leaves the body. One is called Garbhanaraka, meaning the womb and the suffering in the womb for the soul. And the other is after death state, which is also a suffering when you have no knowledge. When you haven't done, when you have no knowledge, when you haven't done the 4 steps of Sankhya, how souls suffer while in the womb, and how they forget their suffering as they come out of the womb gradually, and how they once again suffer at the point of death, and then after death. One is Marana Yatana, another is Garbhanaraka. So then he teaches the way out through yoga. The first teaching of yoga is from Kapila. And then he also gives the doctrine of relinquishment, meaning how to stay free in the world. Stay free while surrounded. Stand free while surrounded. This is how the books speak. the related methods are given in it. And all this teaching of Kapila was given during one Meka in Spain. Of course, those who may have participated then also may be listening afresh now, that's a different thing. The teaching of Kapila was one of the early teachings that I gave in Spain, in Tarragona. That's the time when our members, Ute, Peter, Henry, Heinrich, Angelica, they also got married on the Mayfall day. All teaching is done only vis-a-vis the grand teachers who give teaching on the planet. Right from the beginning. So that teaching was so interesting to the group, they wanted that it should be published for practice. So it was published on the cover page with a pyramid. Because pyramid has four sides. In fact, the fourfold wisdom is also pyramidical wisdom. It was also many times deliberated how Gayatri is a cube with 6 pyramids hidden in it. So this pyramidical wisdom, as a fourfold wisdom, was given, and then the symbol of pyramid is given in the book, and it was styled as Sankhya. It is the most tardily moved book among all the books that came out. When you say Sankhya, it looks something strange. The philosophy of Sankhya is application of knowledge in a daily life. Sankhya Yoga, Lord Krishna also describes in Bhagavad Gita. If you just have knowledge of things, it does not by itself transform as realization. If you have knowledge of a mango, it's not equal to your tasting a mango. It's not equal to tasting a mango. If you have knowledge through book of, say, Swiss chocolate or Belgian chocolate, I will say, it's not equal to your eating the chocolate. So, Sankhya philosophy says, Sankhya, the knowledge, should be applied in daily life, then it becomes a Sankhya Yoga. Without application in daily life of knowledge, which is gained with the help of devotion, you remain where you are not transformed. You can only show up with your fellow beings that you also know. But that knowledge is not available to you in action. That knowledge does not give you the needed peace, the poise, the joy, the bliss, the harmony which every soul seeks. It's only through application of knowledge in daily life that you turn out to be different from the rest. పురుషులందు పుణ్య పురుషులు వీరయ్య విశ్వదాభిరామ వీరయ్య. All look like humans, but some have the joy and the bliss in them. Their fulfillment is within, not from outside. A number of acquisitions from outside do not give that fulfillment. As much as you learn to gather, so much you distance yourself away from the blissful existence, as much as you release from yourself and stand free as a soul while surrounded by the personality. Stand free while surrounded does not mean that you are out of the group. It means you should be in it. If you stand free within you, when you stand free within you, if the shafts of your body, various layers of your body, if they do not condition you, then only you can say you are a free person. Not until then. If your mind bothers you, even if your wisdom bothers you, to some people wisdom also bothers. There will be itching to teach, itching to write, itching for so many things. No itching. Just be, relate when required and stay within you while not required. That's a state of freedom. Getting affected by anything and everything and running away from a given situation to find a new situation where it allures you that it has greater freedom. The freedom is to be found within, not outside. Work out within to stand free. So that freedom, Kapila gives to his mother. The mother is no ordinary mother. Her name is Devahuti. You know? Devahuti means all the devas are at her beck and call. All the devas, if she addresses them, they come and appear before her and says, "What do you need?" But still, that doesn't make you free. That makes you powerful. More and more power, more and more restlessity. So Devahati was looking for something else than invoking devas and getting things done. Devas cannot give liberation. Please remember. They can bestow health, they can bestow wealth, they can bestow children, they can help you in those matters. No one helps you to get liberated except yourself. Even the teacher gives the way and supports you, but it is you that has to. So therefore Devahuti knew with all that ability to, the devas are at her beck and call. That is the status of Devahuti. And she conceived the Lord. And she was born to him. And she praised her son. She praised her son. I know nothing. Please teach me the way. It was so easy for your father to. It must be much more interesting than this state of life. And she observed her husband. He was with him till 10 issues came out of her. So it's not acquisition of some little power or some little intuition and feel fancy about it. She had the devas at beck and call, and yet the path to liberation was alluring her. So therefore she begs her son to give that path, and then the teaching happens. The teaching happens on the shores of California. That is how the land of California is seen as sacred. That is why in the English version, I have placed the Californian tree under which a symbol of a person meditating. A Californian tree, the redwood tree, which is at the moment the largest trees that we have on the planet, lengthwise, longest trees with widest trunk. Even if you park your, say, Mercedes-Benz or BMW before the trunk of the tree, the car looks small. The car looks small. Such is the magnanimity of the tree. It's so high. Redwoods, very sacred place. So that's where the area, California was the area where it all started. So therefore, and those details are given by Madame Blavatsky. It's not, I can't claim any proprietary rights to it. Knowledge no one can claim it descends. That's why those who truly know, they do not own the knowledge. They see the knowledge as the blessing coming from higher circles. So that was presented in Californian tree. That's why the teaching happened. So this time when it came up for reprint, I thought fit to rename the book instead of continuing the title of Sankhya. I said, let it be called the Teachings of Kapila. Teachings of Kapila. So that's how these books have come up in English last year. And now for this matter, they also came up for a reprint, so they redid the book. And the chapters are also rearranged. Subject is the same. The chapters are also rearranged so that your attention is drawn to those areas of life where there is the station that you are in the womb of the mother and the station where you are at the deathbed and then the station after the death. These are all separately captioned so that it draws your attention. So that is the major occupation today of the hierarchy. Hierarchy is very insistent upon the humanity to know the path for transcendence. Through Jesus, that is what the hierarchy demonstrates. For the West. For the East, the first lesson in every scripture is about transcending death. Be it Bhagavata, be it Bhagavad Gita, be it Katha Yoga, be it the epic of Savitri or Purana of Markandeya, they are all themes relating to transcending death. And be it Patanjali Yoga Sutras. When you are at the 6th and 7th step of Patanjali Yoga, you are working out transcendence. So this aspect, somehow hierarchy is very much, I should say, preoccupied if not obsessed. Because time is up for humanity. If they do not make that step, the same old story repeats. That's why they are hesitant. The teachings of Master Jalkul contain repeatedly this about the third initiation. In so many places he says to die is not to die. And he says one has to die 3 times to live eternal. And he also says, the best teaching that any teacher can give is relating to the science of transition or transcendence. And he also says the best healing that one can do to the human being is to give him the technique so that sickness is nothing according to hierarchy. Death is everything to them, because if the soul dies, it means it has lost one opportunity. A number of opportunities when the humans are not able to make it up, they are intensifying this teaching. That's why there is a greater emphasis in the books of Madam Bailey, which are mostly dictations of Master Joaquin. You work out on it, that the students work on. And long ago, Shankaracharya, he said, Punarapi Janam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani Jathare Sayanam, Iha Samsare Bahudukhtare Dustare, Krupaya Pare, Pahi Mohare. How many times you take birth? How many times you take death? How long you continue this suffering? Why don't you find the way out? That's how the song is. Indians sing it, but they don't practice it. Through songs also great messages are given. Funnily people sing them, but don't relate to the message given in the song. That's the illusion we suffer from. So therefore, this book is of, all books are given only with that view. Don't think I taught as per my fancy, as per the needs of the groups. That's why they immediately transcribed and insisted on me to edit them. When I edited them, they printed them, they circulated them, they stored them. So that is what is seen as a sincere interest in the work. But then the core theme is to work it out. Only one book is enough to work out. The teachings of Sanat Kumara are later teachings than this. And there was a great king called Prudhu. To him the teachings were given by Sanat Kumara. That was a later teaching than the teaching of Kapila. So this is one book. Somehow it remained. Yesterday I could not do it. I thought I could do this morning. I could not. Therefore, it found time now. And it took due time according to its importance. Please go through that. The other book is already released. Now it's free for us. We can have for about 45 minutes some questions and some answers for it. Before that, I request our brother Gunter to come and distribute these books to those who are responsible for their realization.
This book was the first that we want to look at.
Ludger is already in heaven. He brings lot of colors down. The chair is there. You made your job easy, Gunta. we'll have just 40 minutes for any. It's a kind of freestyle questions, need not be in relation to the theme. It can also be in relation to the theme. Yes, Victoria?
Udana.
Yes, Udana.
Und ich verlasse die Objektivität und gehe in die Subjektivität. And I leave the objectivity and go into subjectivity. Da würde ich mich sicherlich sehr gerne lange aufhalten. I would like to stay there for a very long time. Aber wie kann ich zeitlich das begrenzen oder wie komme ich wieder bewusst da heraus? But how can I leave subjectivity again consciously? How can I limit the time in subjectivity? Wieder in die Objektivität tätig zu werden. To work again in the objectivity.
Just like you come out of sleep, you will also come out of subjectivity. Understood? In sleep, without your proposal, you come out. Likewise, from subtle pulsation, you get back into pulsation. And pulsation, you get back once again through respiration into the mental plane. That's how it works.
You said that the subjective mind is related to the higher petals of the lotus, the 10-petaled lotus, and there must be 5 qualities of the subjective mind relating to the 5 petals.
That's what I mentioned as the 5 internal sensations, like sight.
Is that related to
Yes,
each of the petals?
yes, yes.
When they are not opened, well,
Then you cannot listen well inside. You cannot see well inside. The outer petals, they enable you to relate to the objectivity. The inner petals relating to subjective mind, they let you experience these 5 sensations within, like smell, taste, touch, sight and okay, yeah. The first question was relating to Udana, the 3rd prana. When prana, apana, inhalation and exhalation, when they were neutralized, meaning when they find their poise, we experience the resonance of pulsation in us. When you consistently stay at the point of pulsation, slowly, as you observe the centripetal and centrifugal forces at work, you enter through its unfoldment into deeper side of the pulsation where you meet the subtle pulsation. Then it is said to be that you have entered into a deeper channel, deeper chamber of your own being. There you meet the 4th prana. First prana is inhalation, 2nd prana is exhalation, 3rd prana is their equilibrium called samana. The 4th prana is udana. The very meaning of udana means it moves upwards. So it leads you upwards. So to get into that point is what is stated. So when you get in there, how do you come out was the question of Victoria. Just like as you come out of sleep, you will come out of it. So it's not that you get locked up there. There is no such situation. The second question is from Ludger. He asked what are the functions of the 5 petals of the upward part or upward posited petals of the solar plexus. So the solar plexus has 5 petals downward posited and 5 petals upward posited. So So what are their functions? Same functions as five senses, but internal hearing, internal sight, internal smell. You can smell the fragrance of the divinity or divine beings. You can visualize the presence of divine beings. You can also have any listening coming from them. Like that, these senses help us to know and even feel the touch of them. That is what these perceptions are. These are really the true extrasensory perceptions. What we call extrasensory perceptions, ESP, mostly relate to these five factors. So that was the answer to his question. Yeah, he raised it before, after that.
So I read somewhere some master series these approaches. Generally, the humans actions all depends on the planetary system. Like master series approaches because of the planetary pollution, there's a pollution of the planet. It has direct impact on the human beings. So master series approach was actually why can't we directly connect the planet so that human beings will be happy instead of we are trying for connection series. The planets itself are in correct position. Humans do not have anything. That's what I read from it. But when I was discussing the same thing with one of my friends who actually followed master series yoga practices for quite some time, he said like, yeah, that's true, but it is failure. Then I subscribed, and then he immediately asked the question, if it's really successful, why still the people are facing so many problems on the planet? But that time I don't have an answer, but I don't believe that that's the right statement. Still I don't have an answer. So I want answers from you.
Now what happened after the energy of Master CVV, which is the Aquarian energy, when it descended, it has given new functions to planets. It's not that we change the placements of planets, the functioning of the planet. The functions, the planetary angels, they assume certain additional functions. That's where the change has happened, and that change has resulted in this phenomenal change in the 20th century, which is continuing now through fission of atom, atomic explosion, and then quantum physics, followed by electronics. All this is the impact of these additional newly interested functions of planet that has helped beings on this planet to make this upsurge, that we are moving from matter to ethereal matter, which we call electronics. So the work is on. It's not that we try to, if you try to change the placement of planets, it's like Ravana trying to do it when he wanted a perfect planetary configuration for when his son is being born. That's not what is contemplated. They are all given additional duties, additional functions, and the planets transmit much different energies now than before. They have made different rearrangement and relationships as between them. All these details I gave in the book Uranus. Kindly go through. Then you can inform your friend how the impact of this energy. Master CVV, when we say we should refer more to the energy, and he is a medium to it. Master he is a great initiate, he is an advanced initiate who could receive this energy and assimilate it and transmit into the surroundings. It is the energy, when we say the first invocation as Master Namaskaram or Namaskaram's Master, it is the reference to the energy. That energy has brought about lot of changes in the functional system of the planet. Those details, after that has happened only, this esoteric astrology is written by Master Tibetan, Master Jalkun, and also Spiritual Astrology written by Master Niki. In these two books, we have the new functions entrusted to the planets. For example, Sun not only transmits the solar rays, but also transmits the energies of Uranus and Aquarian energies. Likewise, Moon also transmits. Planets have taken to additional functions. Therefore, in the human body also, since the planetary principles exist, as I explained in the morning, similar changes would happen in us so that the evolution takes place faster. Evolution as such is taking place faster for the planet, and it is also taking place in a faster manner in the planetary kingdom. In fact, Uranus being essentially a scientific energy, Uranus is a scientist, Neptune is mystical, is artistic. Uranus has helped science to make great strides to move forward, and lot of innovations have come in the 20th century ever since the advent of this energy, and now we are moving faster. In fact, we are covering in 10 years, in a decade, we are covering a century's activity. That's how we are moving forward now. So these details you can find to some extent in the book An Aquarian Master, and much more details you can find in the book Uranus. He is the New Age alchemist, that's what I have given as a title. You may go through that and then again have an interaction with your friend. Yes, Anwar, after that you...
The witnesses of Jehovah speak also of an old of days. Is there any connection of Sanat Kumara and the so-called Jehovah?
Jehovah, according to the understanding of hierarchy, is the male-female God. It is the male-female God representing the God Absolute, like the cosmic person that we speak of. So Jehovah is a far bigger concept, and Sanat Kumara you said, isn't it? Sanat Kumara is a representative of that energy. He is at the Buddhic plane of the cosmic person. Sanat Kumara represents the Buddhic plane. So the Sanat Kumara aspect he covers in relation to the humanity, the upliftment into Buddhic plane, and also governing this planet. But Jehovah is a concept related to the entire cosmos. So it's a far bigger concept. It's like a male-female God of every theology, like Adonai of Greeks, Ardhanari, you see male-female, Shiva Shakti, we depict. That is Jehovah. Yahweh, that's how Madame Blavatsky writes. One relates to the Most High, the other relates to the plane, the ethereal plane just preceding the physical. This is all the range of Jehovah. It's a cosmic concept, Jehovah. Like what we call in India Vishnu, or Dios, the second Logos, who pervades the whole creation, who exists in us from head to base center, with male-female aspect. That is Jehovah. Sanat Kumara is cosmic Buddhic principle. Cosmic Buddhi principle is one of the four principles of the cosmic person. Understand?
The 10 petal lotus you said, which is there in the solar plexus, is it physically present or just a visualization?
All lotuses in the body, They are all in the ethereal state but not in the physical state. So therefore, until we gain etheric vision, which is the vision of the subjective side of our being, we only visualize them and work with them. Later they become a reality when you walk into subjective side of your being. Not only 10-petal lotus, all lotuses of Sahasrara or Ajna, all lotuses are ethereal lotuses. They are lotuses of force. And they are visible. Force is not visible when it is working through a machine, it is visible. Is it not? So in the force plane they exist. That's why they are not visible to the physical eye, but to the inner eye they are visible. The seers have found it through their insight. So when you develop insight, you can see it. Any from the ladies section? Yes.
What is the importance of food? Is there any rule that how we should eat, when we should eat, how we should eat? Because that's the main source of energy.
Yes.
And how does it help us in the evolution?
Okay. The question is about food. Food exists in different ways. Essentially, what we receive through food is life energy. Food is available through sun ray. Food is available through air. Food is available through water. This is a subtle way of consuming food. There are now in India groups who are effectively working with assimilating sun ray as food. Narasimhappa is in touch with it. This is their usual practice. That's why relating to the sunlight during morning and evening hours energizes you. This is subtle food. Sun rays, then through abundant breathing you get lot of prana, vayu, oxygen. Thereafter it is water. Thereafter it is the material food. Actually in the foods also there are gradations. The best food, that's why as you tend to be lighter in the body, you are satisfied with a glass of water or with a glass of juice. Next comes fruit juice. In that gradation, sunlight, daily you can invoke into you during morning hours. When there is golden light of the sun, it is life-giving energy. Later it's all very electrical. Therefore, morning when there is golden light, evening when there is golden light, from ancient times breathing abundantly was suggested so that we have subtle food to develop subtlety in the body, to make the body cells much lighter. That's why there are three categories: sunlight, breathing in abundant air. Normally we breathe only 1/4 of our lung capacity. Humans, we do not breathe as much as we are capable of. We only breathe in 1/4 of our lung capacity. If we breathe in more, it also gives energy, life energy. That's the second, the gradation from above downwards. The third comes water, pure water, flowing water, not stagnated water. In pure flowing water, which is very rare these days, there is much more life. That's why the streams in Switzerland, they have a lot of life in it. Thereafter comes the next gradation, fruit juices. Then come fruits. After that, the leaf vegetables. After that, the vegetables that grow on earth, on the surface of the earth, which are exposed to sun rays. After that come the vegetables that grow under the earth, like onions, potatoes and such other things. So, as you, in this description from above onwards, heavier foods tend to make the body heavy, number one. When you take a heavier food, you need much physical exercise. When man needed a lot of physical strength, he was eating the animal food and then strong food. But we are tending to be, as I say, acquiring. That means we really do not, all our work is at the mental plane, intellectual plane. Therefore, if you tend to eat heavy food, you tend to develop dense body cells. When you develop dense body cells, then the body is filled with inertia. Inertia means, as I explained the other day, you cannot, the body is not agile like a horse. It wants more sleep, it wants more food, it wants heavy food, and it tends to be indifferent to the lighter side of life. Meaning, where you are able to perceive light, it tends to aversion to all those subtle, valuable things in life. And then you tend to be totally indifferent, ignorant, negligent, forgetful. This is how heavy foods have an impact unless you have a very strong mind that can combat it. The power of mind is much more. So therefore, from ancient-most times, as you wish to tend to these practices, naturally you develop a disinclination to heavy foods. To abstain from heavy food is one thing, that is a painful process. What in yoga they say is, if you take to these practices, slowly mind gets disinclined to get into heavy food. That is how it is. It's not, nothing is imposed in the true path of wisdom. When you are for example, when you are in a very important work, as I said the other day, you don't mind skipping a lunch. You put up with a sandwich, or some juice, or some coffee like this. It happens. But daily if you do that, it has an impact on the body. Sudden changes nature does not accept. We should have gradual transformation of the body. Most of the people who take to these practices, they tend to get rid of, they develop disinclination to heavy food. That's how there are people who don't even eat potatoes. They feel very heavy because now the cells of the body do not accept. And they cannot eat onions. Should not eat onions is a religious doctrine. Inability to eat and digest them is a natural state at a particular point. Likewise, all other heavy foods. That's how most of the people, as they move into these practices, they get disinclined to non-vegetarianism. And even there are persons who do not think of milk products. Forget about cheese and other things. Even milk products, no, I don't. That's how I have seen such people. So the idea is, it is helpful that way to make the matter of your body subtle. Matter of your body subtle. This is one aspect. There is another aspect relating to regularity, relating to food intake. Be it with sunlight or air or water or other food, there has to be a rhythm in eating food. Then there is also the need for right attitude of mind when you take food. You should not take food when you are in agitation, in great hurry or in tension, or when you are in sorrow. Then comes yet another step. Who cooked the food, where it is cooked? That matters. The hand that cooks food, if that person has a loving attitude, such food is much more, it carries certain energies. That's where the science of vibration, the science becomes so very important. Likewise, these things slowly you perceive them. It's not that it is given as a doctrine. So each person has to find what is heavy to him, what is light to him. As he continues to take to certain rhythmic practices, when he finds his body, he also naturally finds the needed adjustments. No, I don't take this anymore. Like this it evolves. It's an evolution that happens as you take to practice. That's why in the yoga practices what they say is, we do not fight with what is undesirable in us. We don't fight. We bring in what is desirable, then the undesirable slowly finds its way out. It's like when there is darkness, you bring light, darkness disappears. It's not that we fight with what is not desirable with us. So that's where this food has. All these details are given in two books. One is book on healing. Another is book Mithila. It is meant for children. In these two books, all the details relating to food regulations as are conceived are given.
Yo le pido maestro que nos explique un poco.
I ask you, please,
¿Qué habló
Master.
She will come here. Please come.
Anyway,
Que él habló que no iba a haber desintegración.
you spoke about no disintegration.
Nosotros tendremos una alineación
No disintegration.
en el solsticio.
That is not going to
Ajá,
be.
bueno,
Yes.
en el solsticio en diciembre va a haber una alineación.
December, in the next solstice, it will be an alienation.
Ein bisschen mehr in diese Richtung.
An alignment.
Yeah.
I understood what I will explain.
Ajá, la alineación. Se especula muchísimo sobre esa alineación.
We speculate very much about this alignment.
Yes.
De los soles. Ajá. Hay mucha confusión sobre eso.
We are
Hemos
all
venido trabajando
very
espiritualmente
much confused. We have
en
been
los solsticios.
నేను చెప్తాలే మళ్ళీ ఇంగ్లీష్లో
working.
ఆన్ దట్.
Ajá, en los solsticios, en los equinoccios. Ajá, hemos seguido mucho de sus consejos.
We follow your advices very much.
Ajá. Va a suceder una iniciación planetaria.
What is about to happen is a planetary initiation.
Ajá. Y la actitud ya la tenemos, ¿no? De
We
espiritual.
already have the attitude in front
Ajá.
of it.
La búsqueda de yo soy, aquello yo soy. Pero usted nos puede hablar un poquito más sobre él.
Okay. I understand.
Yes.
I'll explain. During last May call and also in the December call, I spoke of a planetary initiation of alignment of our sun with the central sun. And that would mean a great descent of light on our planet. And I also mentioned that the duration as 12th December to 21st December. It's considered to be, it's a heavenly alignment whose impact is expected to be on the planet. So that alignment is what we try through our chanting of Gayatri, as I mentioned in the morning. It is an aspect of that alignment. Our sun is aligning with the central sun. Therefore, it receives much more light, and whatever sun receives, it transmits. It is very impersonal. That's why he is in such a shining position. So that causes an illumination. It is seen as a planetary initiation. It also means that the earth receives lot of light. And suddenly such light is received, it's not so easy to contain it. So the hierarchy and Shambhala are working with it to ensure that it does not cause upheavals on the planet, because there is lot of talk relating to December 2012. So that is what is being worked out by hierarchy and by Sanat Kumara and Shambhala, the disciples of hierarchy. In that connection, I suggested that those who are interested may keep that in mind and start working with that alignment in us, and then align with Sun and Central Sun. It's a matter of, it is like in Ramayana, the squirrel trying to help building the bridge. It's an attitude, that's all. And by that, it's a planetary initiation and the related rearrangement, which is seen as end of the world, and the movies came out and so much money is made on account of it. So when we are not in a position to receive that light, it can cause a disaster, a chaos. But if we are able to receive it, we means not really we. It is the work of hierarchy. In fact, since 1988, hierarchy averted so many catastrophes on this planet. So many catastrophes. We do not know when something is averted, isn't it? When we are saved, we do not know, because those who save us do not come and claim. And even if they claim, we ask for proof. That is the type of people we are. So they have been saving many crises. There were so many world wars that could have happened with the atomic wars. There could have been there are situations where this globe would have been put to great catastrophes by humans itself. Not only that, there were also catastrophes where certain meteors could have hit this planet. Many times such things were there in the past. Only thing is now we are able to see through our instrument. So we say, no, it is coming in our direction. Likewise, so many things came in the past, but they were all averted. So that's where there is the work of the Devas, the hierarchy, and the Lord of the planet, Sanat Kumara, and a huge energy is engaged with it. So what is it? Does it still there? Our question is, how about it? Because you spoke it in last May call. I spoke of this in the last May call as a reply to the question coming from Om and Om. And then again in December call also I spoke that we need not engage with the catastrophe, we should engage with the initiation. In fact, every initiation is associated with a crisis. When the initiation happens, crisis dissolves. When initiation does not happen, crisis results in. The chances of initiation happening are very high. Therefore, not to get preoccupied about tsunamis, earthquakes, and then some kind of natural catastrophe. Don't make any such imaginations, because they work contrary to the work of white magic that is happening on the planet. If possible, try to positively cooperate by aligning yourself also with the cosmic center and solar sun in you. That is what I said about Gayatri. And that is what exactly Solomon means. That also I said many times. Om is the name of cosmic sun. Soul is the name of central sun. An is the name of the sun in the heart. Our sun is An. The other sun is Savitru, is soul. And the sun in cosmos, cosmic sun, cosmic center, is Om. So together it is called Soul Om An. The Soul Om An is invoked through Gayatri, triple sun. So that's how we have to work to prepare and even cooperate in a very little way as humanity. The hierarchy. It's a cooperation that we have to demonstrate. Please engage with it. Do not engage your minds with the crisis. I am happy that the group in Venezuela, with such a conscious disciples like Irene Luna, they are working with it ever since it was said. Many of us blissfully forget, isn't it? So therefore working with it may please be continued because it reinforces. Hierarchy says our work has to be reinforced by humanity because humanity is the agency for bringing the best of things upon the planet. Through human agency only, from higher circles, this planet can be lifted up to the kingdom of God. Or it can be made the beauty of the kingdom of God upon earth. That is how. Either way it can be worked out only through human agency. So we should engage with a positive attitude vis-a-vis this December event and do not entertain any negative thoughts because energy follows thought. So thank you for your beautiful question at the end of the seminar, which once again reminds all about alignment, the solar alignment relating to it, and also trying to prepare in those manner and work for light being transmitted all over the planet. It was a very good group life, and the talk is over with this, and tomorrow morning we will have the prayer and the fire ritual. With that it is concluded, and it happened very well in a very good place, and I thank you all for your good presence. Things cannot happen without the excellent cooperation coming from the group. Thank you once again. Om Namaha Shri Gurudevaya